Cinema. I'm Aaron, and you're right here in my movie library. And I got some stuff to show you. So, good friend of mine hit me up a few weeks back to do a trade. Actually, I had some things as if I was interested in any of them, and I had something that he was interested in as well, and that would be Death Bomb was on there. And if you haven't checked out the Death Bomb website, they're an independent record label, so definitely check it out. And they do other stuff as well. I actually had some cards and stuff I was going to bring down to show you guys. It's kind of cool. Hey there, Danucci. Welcome, man. I have an unveiling, not an unboxing, because you don't do unboxings nowadays in the new whole the way things are right now. You do unveilings. You undo the box and you put the box to the side and stuff, and you just you get ready for your stuff. So what I got to show you guys is our 2 Vinegar Syndrome titles and 1 Umbrella Entertainment title. Hey there, Brian. One of these titles is, well, slipcover releases out of print. And man, am I glad. I got to give a shout out to the Death Bomb right now. Hey there, Mary. Hey, Al. Because I am so stoked about having this one. And I'm going to go with this one first. I'm not going to like beat around the bush with it. This is one that I really wanted. Hey, Mug. Hey there, Mark. So this is The Corruption of Chris Miller. Hey there. Caught in the daylight. Yeah, I know. Hey there, Tony. So The Corruption of Chris Miller is widely regarded as one of the better Vinegar Syndrome releases that was put out, and one of their all-time best like foreign releases that they did as well. So this, with this slipcover, is out of print right now. You can still buy The Corruption of Chris Miller. You can buy it on the website right now. The sale is still going on till tonight. But it's a glorious slip, I got to say. I'll show you the back and all of it too. So you can see it's like kind of embossed there on the side. Hey there, Kobe. And I love this. If you like the gore slip stuff, look at this. That is awesome. I had no idea what the back of the cover looked like. I had never looked, actually. So The Corruption of Chris Miller, for those that are unaware, it's a Spanish film. It's a giallo. And I'm actually looking forward to watching this one. I'm really looking forward to watching this one. So here it is right here. I'll let you see what the alternate artwork looks like, because it is unique and very different. Hopefully you can see that there. Kind of cool, huh? So it was a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, like most of Vinegar Syndrome's titles are, unless it's rad and it's like a 4K Blu-ray combo pack. Feature-wise on here, we got a 4K restoration from its 35mm original negative. There's an archival career retrospective interview with director Juan Antonio Bardem. Gene Seberg, movie star, a short film exploring the tragic life of Gene Seberg. English and Spanish sound mixes of the film. That's kind of interesting, actually. Alternate Spanish ending, alternate Spanish insert shot, alternate Spanish title sequence. Yeah, I got a lot to look into when it comes to this film, apparently. This one was made in 1973. It runs at 113 minutes long, and it is number 271 in the Vinegar Syndrome library of titles. So if you have not checked out Corruption of Chris Miller and you're looking at it as one of your titles, then definitely check it out. It's excellent film, and I cannot wait to dive into this, actually. Well, that's not the only Vinegar Syndrome one I got, because I got a newer Vinegar Syndrome one here as well. I think this one's newer than Corruption of Chris Miller. And this is one of the more adult titles. Luckily, you can show the cover because it's Vinegar Syndrome. And that is Justine. And why this one in particular? Well, because he had a couple there. But Justine, because basically it's directed and the cinematography is done by Roberta Findlay. I'm a huge Roberta Findlay fan. A Woman's Torment is like a fantastic film. I am trying to grab all the Roberta Findlay stuff that I can. I know that there's Roberta Findlay commentary on this as well, which I'm kind of interested in checking out. You know, hey there, Dale. Justine is not like the Desaad type thing. So it's not like, Just Franco's, Justine, or, the Desaad story. It has very little similarity with that story. It's a story of tabooness, and I guess I can show the back because it's not really anything really. So, no nudity on the back. From the cravings of a young girl's dreams to the maturing of a woman's passion. And basically, it's about a young girl that's like spent most of her life in a private school because her family's rich, and her parents, I think they died in a plane crash or something like that. So she has to go home and live with her uncle. Is it her uncle? I gotta watch it. Live with her uncle, and she learns many things. Make sure I'm right. Yeah, French boarding school, returned to the U.S. Justine as live with her strange but extremely wealthy Uncle Stephen on his vast New England estate. So I'm really looking forward to this. I expect anytime with Roberta Findlay, even for an adult film, I expect a lot when it comes to Roberta Findlay, and she does tend to deliver. On the inside, is there an alternate cover, and can I show the alternate cover? Why, yes, and does it already switch over? Nope. So this is Justine. And the artwork on the inside. So it's kind of three. So although it's pretty much the same, but it's kind of a... Just the thought of it gives me a feel of a Tinto Brass film. Something along the lines of, what was the name of the one I watched? Where she was going to get married. But, oh God. It wasn't Cheeky, it was another one. But even has a similar cover to this. There's a Tinto Brass film that has a cover very similar to this, and I cannot remember for the life of me what the name of it is. But you check the Arrow Video label, and you'll see a Tinto Brass film that has pretty much the exact same cover as what the back of this one is. Hey there, Amir. Welcome, dude. Look, I've got Spanish Horror, Corruption of Chris Miller. I'm a huge Tinto Brass fan, and Justine, which is Roberta Findlay, doing her best Tinto Brass impression on the back of this cover, actually. And I've got one here from Australia. And it's from the Umbrella Entertainment company. And these all came to me from Death Bomb. So it was awesome. And everything was packed really well. I got to say that. Damn, it was packed well. So this is, of course, Road Games. Scream Factory put out an edition of Road Games recently as well. But let's look at this cover of Road Games. Now think of the cover that Scream Factory put out for Road Games. Now again, look at this cover of Road Games. This is what it should look like. This is so much better than the slip cover that Scream Factory put out. There's a lot of features on this one here too as well. By the way, this here is Region ABC, so that means it is an all-region Blu-ray. So no matter where you live, you can get it. And Umbrella Entertainment stuff is usually pretty inexpensive. Australian releases are usually pretty inexpensive. Anyway, so if you want to get some really good genre stuff and you don't want to pay through the nose, Australia is a great place to go. All right, so we got another commentary with producer-director Richard Franklin, rest in peace. Kangaroo Hitchcock, The Making of Road Games featurette. Uncut, Not Quite Hollywood interviews with Jamie Lee Curtis, Stacy Keach, Grant Page, the stunt guy. Richard Franklin, Everett Durock, Vincent Montan, and Tom Burstall. Never Before Seen 1980 lecture on the making of Road Games. Runs around 2 hours long too, by the way. From Richard Franklin, co-produced by Barbie Taylor and Brian May. '81 interview with Richard Franklin. There's a 2001 audio interview with Richard Franklin. So a lot of Richard Franklin, guys. Exclusive new audio interview with Stacy Keach. Exclusive audio interview with stunt coordinator and actor Grant Page. I'm missing your comments. I gotta open this stuff up. Put a gun out? Are you serious? We're living in crazy, crazy times, man. Uh, 4K scan and restoration of the film. Exclusive essay by Fangoria writer Lee Gambon and Gallery of Stills. Production arts, shots, storyboards, newspaper reviews, promotional and artwork materials, and more. So there's a ton of stuff on this release. And this is looks like on the inside. As you can see it, you can also put it there if you want to have the rating logo on the outside. Hey there, welcome back, Weldon. Blood Games Luther the Geek, nice. I actually wrote down the numbers, the latest numbers on the limited edition, so I will get into that in a minute. So, hey there, 4K. For those that just came in here, well, no, he's not in the right for pulling out a gun. One, don't carry a gun into a Walmart, ever. Like, just don't do that. I'm just putting that out there right now. For if that were me, and like I'm going to Walmart, and like I'm there with my family, and some dude pulls out a gun, he's going down. That guy's going down. All right, so Road Games, Justine, the Roberta Finley one. So you just so I don't get confused with the Jess Franco one from Vinegar Syndrome, which is number 303 in the Vinegar Syndrome library, and the now at a print slipcover edition of The Corruption of Chris Miller, which I do recommend that if you don't have it, it's one to pick up during the sale. This is a really good title, and that is number 271 from under Vinegar Syndrome. So look at that. Don't you want to have that? Doesn't it look sexy 4K? You probably got it already. Look at this cover. Bloody, sexy. Kind of the same thing, right? Well, sounds disturbing to say it like that. Just got both. Marisol. Got both Maniac and Zombie. $49.99, not bad actually. You just gonna add it for $26.99. Wow, that is good. So guys, there's deep discount deals going on too. Me, if I keep looking back at the. Are you guys doing this too? Are you guys looking back at the Vinegar Syndrome stuff? Pale Blood is sexy, John. It's a cool movie. It's got Wings Hauser, and that enough is is worth getting it for. But it's got George Carrera. How do you pronounce his name? George Carreras, from like West Side Story, and it's got a sexy slipcover. That's one where that one, much like this one here, you kick yourself if you don't get the slipcover edition, because Pale Blood has a sexy slipcover. Like one of the releases, well, two of the releases that I want the most that I didn't get on this sale, and they're strong on it. I mean, I really want. And one is In the Cold of the Night, which is a Nico Matsourakis film. I missed out on the slipcover to that one, which totally my fault. That every good reason. But I still want to get that one. Like, hey there, Joseph. Like, because it's Nico Matsourakis. I like his thriller. I like his is insane. Like, especially these type of thrillers that he does. He did one called Blind Date too, which I do have, and I do need In the Cold of the Night. Fun little one. You got Jeff Lester. It was the one in Star Trek movie. I think Star Trek 4. There's Shannon Tweed. Adrian Sachs is in it as well, and David Soul. Who else is in that one? Brian Thompson's in it, who of course starred in Hard to Kill because he was dating I think the daughter of Nico Matsourakis at the time. So that one, and the other one that I really, really was looking at tonight, I wish I could afford it, was Party Line. I'm worried I'm going to miss out on the slip for Party Line, because I did like that film. It's a crazy film, but I liked it. Blood Tide. Cool release. Cool little black and white film. Early Dennis Hopper, man. If we're thinking of the same film. So, This will probably be the last time I do it for this sale, but I'm going to read out the numbers on the limited edition stuff. Then we're going to talk and chat about some stuff. Hey there, Scholar. The new title. Yeah, I think so. It's like, if Blood Tide's Curtis Harrington, right? Or am I thinking something else? Because if it's the one I'm thinking about, it was directed by Curtis Harrington, and it's got like, and it stars Dennis Hopper. It's kind of like a black and white film, and it's about a girl that may or not be like a mermaid, maybe a mermaid to it. Don't want to give too much away, but that's what I remember. Nighttime. I'm thinking of Nighttime. Thank you, Joseph. There's the one I'm thinking about. Giallo. I'll go for Giallo first. I like Plaziotti too, which I totally butchered the name, by the way. But I'll go for Giallo first. All right. I'm going to read you out the numbers, and then we're going to chat. All right. So Malabimba is down underneath the 500 range. It's gone down to 454. Hard Soap Disco Lady is down to 207. Secta Sinestra, which is fun, crazy Spanish horror film, is down to 181. Behind Evil is down to 194. That surprised me. Taking Tiger Mountain is down to 224. Night Owl, which is a indie fan, actually picked this one up this morning. Yeah, let me know. And is down to 388. And that's a kind of a black and white vampire film with John Leguizamo, a young John Leguizamo. The Passing is down to 278. Dominique, when I checked, it was down to 31. So if you have not picked up Dominique and you want to get that one with Jenny Agutter in it, then 31, guys. That's going to go before the day's over. So if you have any passing interest in Dominique and you want to get that one, you want that one with the slip. Hey there, and ready. And I did order from current sales. Only the Vinegar Stone one. Mascara is down to 461. That's an excellent title. Party Line is down to 373. Wonder Woman is down to 105, so that one's getting really low. Seeds Vapors is down to 439. I was really surprised that one went under this time. Must have been some Andy Milligan love coming in from the kind of the rumored box set and the Flesh Pot on 42nd Street stuff. The Psychic Killer is down to 54, the one with the slip. And the Night Train to Terror with slip was down to 173. As far as the mini slips go, Incubus was down to 8. Orgy of the Dead was down to 65. Uninvited was down to 37. Shelf Dividers, selling well, but not as well as they do normally during sales, are down to 140 for the standard and 17 for the deluxe. So there you go. Do not say I don't try to keep you guys up to date. Just trying to order more movies. Well, have you picked up Corruption of Chris Miller yet? Just look at that. Look at that sexy looking like side type thing there. And ready. And all the blood and Lady Frankenstein. Oh, I don't know. I kind of feel like Lady Frankenstein to me is something that Kino would put out. It almost seems like, it does seem like a Kino release. And of course, the version of Road Games with the actual cool cover, and not the one that Scream Factory put out. Because thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. I really, really do. It's insanely hard on the wallet. Oh yeah, Umbrella. I love Umbrella. Actually, as we were talking there on Twitter, you got Fair Games, and Fair Game. I love that film. That's one of the ones I do have. A lot of the adult DVDs are going this time around. Come on, it's a cool movie, Corruption Christmas. Even without the slip, man, it's a cool film. Have I seen Death Race 2000? You mean the Roger Corman, like the original one back in the day, with David Carradine? Yeah, that's kind of one of the. I think I saw it in a theater somewhere. Black Roses. That Synapse. I think Synapse has Black Roses. Do they? Or Or am I just dreaming that? Stallone, yes. Yes, Stallone, part in the original. And of course, there's been a million like Death Race 2000. It seems like a million anyway, but there's been a lot of Death Race 2000 movies since then. You know, they remade it, and then they made direct to DVD films. I thought they did. I kind of thought they did, but maybe I'm wrong. Like I could definitely be wrong in that. Yeah, well, David Carradine plays the character of Frankenstein. Well, The Purge only has 4 movies, but there's a lot of Death Race 2000 movies. They even did like kind of a remake movie, like a sequel to the original Death Race itself, not too long ago. I have seen the first season with Creek Weldon, but I have not checked out the second season yet, and it's on Shudder now, so I really have no excuse not to. The first season is as a one big long story arc. It is really good, and I strongly recommend that you check it out. The second season is kind of self-contained stories, I think, 1 hour stories. I'm not sure if there's a running thread through them, but well, aside from the killer, but the first season I know is really really good. Is this your first time seeing Death Race, Ryan? That's kind of neat. I love the fact that you just found it, because it is so good when you can find something like that you haven't seen. I'm always excited when I find a movie that like kind of like one of those little like hidden gems. It's not too cheesy. It's exactly what it's supposed to be, especially for the style of film that it was. Current, Cannibal. I thought Cannibal Roman said that. You know that? Which of course is Hell Needham, which is rad, which is coming out from Vinegar Syndrome, and I think everybody in the world is probably getting a copy, because that's what it seems like. Paul Bartel, he works a lot with Mary Warnoff, and of course he directed Eating Raoul, which is a really good film. And he comes on screen like a lot. He's in front of the camera a lot too. Killer Workout. Oh man, I gotta get me some Killer Workout, because that's by the same guy that did like Deadly Prey, which is super super cool. If you've never seen Deadly Prey or you've never seen Killer Workout, either one of those 2 films, get on that, because they're crazy films, and you're gonna love them because they're nuts. Hey, welcome there, Joe. Again, because I'm so excited, I'm going to keep showing them randomly until you guys ask questions. We've only seen Jason Statham ones, and then I guess the ones after with the other actors. Dude, go back and watch the original. Jason Statham one's fun. It's an action film, but there's a neat little kind of like a time capsule ness to the whole original Death Race 2000 that works really well. What are my thoughts on Punk? I don't have Punkfication, Tony, unfortunately. It's one that I want to get, and it's one that I haven't seen for years, so I really wouldn't be able to say. I don't remember it that well. It's high on my list. I can tell you that. It's high on my list of ones to get. Are there any ones right now, guys, that you're looking at and that you're kind of on the fence about? Was he really? Was Bruno? I did not know that about Bruno Mattei. Because this is the time to talk about it. Because if I don't have it, somebody's got it. And Snake Eater. I would love to see Snake Eater come out. I love the Snake Eater films. Does Vinegar Syndrome ever reprint slipcases? Nope, that's the one thing they don't do. Basically what happens is the print they do a print run of slipcases, and the ones that sell out, they'll sell out all the slipcases. They don't do it so much that I'll put it to you this way. When they did Cutting Class, and you got like 4 or 5, think different like slip covers you could choose from. Some people bought all 5, right? The ones that weren't bought weren't kept. They were like destroyed. I'm guessing they might have kept some to go for conventions and stuff like that, because what companies normally do, because these are smaller indie companies, right? They'll always take a few titles back, and they'll for when they go to convention, something that they can sell that can like attract people to the table. Party Line. Party Line is an excellent little thriller with Leif Garrett, who was like normally a was kind of like a kind of a teen symbol back in the day, sex symbol, I guess, back in the day. This is he's gone past his awkward stage now. Party Line's about this guy and his sister, if I remember correctly, and and son, and Richard Hatch from Battlestar, from the original Battlestar Galactica, plays the police officer in it. So it's a serial killer movie. It's uh, Richard Hatch is basically kind of the cop that's trying to search out this serial killer, and could be could very well be Leif Garrett. It might be. I'm not saying it is, but it could be, and there could be more than one. There could be more than one serial killer in this movie. It's a fun little film. I like Party Line a lot, actually. If you like those kind of those Cinemax type thrillers, if you liked movies like Night Eyes, if you like things like Body Chemistry, if you liked in the in the cold of the night, if you like those kind of Shannon Tweed type of like the not the just the like erotic ones, but the ones that actually have the murders and to Strip to Kill with Cat Shea and stuff like that, then Party Line is probably up your alley. Master, Nine Lives of a Wet, Nine Lives, Justine, and Erotic Nights. Well, you know my thoughts on Justine. Anything Roberta Finley do is worth owning. But I compare Pale Blood to In the Cold of the Night, in an odd way, because Pale Blood is kind of a vampire film too, but is a serial killer film. Shannon Tweed, yeah, that's the one. She's from Newfoundland, actually. She's from my own home province. So yes, we're all super attractive from there, but no, she's great. But Pale Blood and they're both like serial killer films. See, in the Cold of the Night is more of like there's more of a science fiction aspect to, not really science fiction, just a bit of technological aspect to In the Cold of the Night. I don't want to give too much away, right? But I would compare In the Cold of the Night to something like maybe a Blind Date, which was also done by Nika Mastrakis, and I would compare like kind of Pale Blood more along the lines of, I just think like the kind of just one of those killer films. I see. I got to give Demon Knight another shot, I guess. That's the one I couldn't get into, man. Demon Knight is the one I couldn't get into. Shannon Tweed did a lot of stuff. She was pretty much known for doing like the sexploitation genre, and she was really good with it. Well, because she was a statuesque with the perfect figure, and or was considered the perfect figure at that time, right? Nine Lives I haven't seen, so I don't know, but it's a Bill Ferrer, so it's an adult film. But if you don't mind the fact it's an adult film, an early Bill Ferrer film, it'll be interesting to see how it's done. Hellmaster, guys. Anybody talk about Hellmaster? I know John Saxon's in Hellmaster, but I really don't know much about that one. I don't have Red Mob either, Travis, unfortunately. If pick Luther the Geek, I like. I'll put it to you this way: a geek. Well, you know what a geek is. A geek is somebody that bites heads off of chickens, type of thing, like at a carnival. So there's this guy. He's young. He's a kid. And he sees these basically the townspeople got this geek like kind of trapped, put him in this barn type area, and he sees the geek and he's kind of fascinated with him. So he bites, but he bites necks, right? So he goes away to a mental asylum, and basically Luther the Geek is pretty much done in kind of like one day, pretty much a day and a half, where he's basically he's not escaped. He's set free, and he comes upon this family, and Stacey Haddock is the daughter in the family. Stacey Haddock she's very attractive, and you get to see a lot of Stacey Haddock in this film. But what really sells it for me is, one, I love Stacey Haddock, and she's really cute. But two, the guy that plays Luther the Geek, he commits to being the geek. you never feel like he's going overboard, or if he, or he's not, or he's a guy that's playing a part. You feel like, yeah, this guy's pretty meta. He's method. He's pretty much getting into it. See, that one I can actually tell you about. Farther Ventures, the Tennessee Buck. It sounds like something that they put out. Pigs is a different one. I got the trauma version of Pigs. It's been a long time since I've seen it though. Um, so that one, I can't give as good like a. I can't give as a good description of. But you can ask about Luther the Geek all day. I know all about that one. I've watched it several times. K Dog. So what'd you get, K Dog? You're kind of man. Though you're kind of man. Someone's that I like though. Uh, we got approximately 4 weeks. So let's say that for Severn's weekend. I will not be able to do the Severn. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to do the Severn weekend. I mean, I'm surprised I got what I got. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I got to give it another watch too because it's been a long time since I've seen Pigs, and I've only got the Troma release of it. To be honest with you, Brian, that's that's the only release that I've had for that one. I don't have the updated Vinegar Cinema release yet. I'm kind of waiting to rewatch because of that though. But yeah, there's 4 new titles, not 3 now, coming from Severn Films on their upcoming sale. So just they announced that today. Eves of the Night Slip, Night Train to Terror, excellent film by the way. Pale Blood, that's really cool. And Blood Games, excellent choices. Malabimba's really actually I really like Malabimba. The version I got is probably more cut than when you got it actually, because I've got the Shameless release of Malabimba. At the end of June, actually, I think it's around the 25th. I'd have to check for the for Severn. Is Pigs any good? Pigs is okay. I don't remember it well. If anybody remembers Pigs well, like definitely like give them like a synopsis or give them an idea of what it is. Weldon is sold on Pigs. Eves of the Night's a good one, K-Dog. It's one that I really enjoyed. One, I'm a huge fan of Neville Brand. You know, he's one of the guys, the older guys in the film as well. But what I really love about Eves of the Night is there's an actress in the film, and I hate this too. I both love it and hate it. And you really like her, and you kind of root for her. But it does not end well for this certain actress, and she's the one that I was really rooting for. But oh man, but it got me, and I was like, oh man, you got me. It was a night, you got me. That was an important thing. There, if Weldon didn't say on it there, Julie Newmar's in that one. There's a lot of people. John Carrad's in it. Pigs. Weldon said the dude put everything on the line to finance it. He wrote it, produced it, directed it. Stars his real life daughter. You make a compelling argument, Weldon. You really do. She follows you on Instagram? Oh, man. I don't even think Amber Lynn's on Instagram? That's cool, man. I didn't know she was on Instagram. And I'm a big fan of Alienator. Alienator was put out by Shout Factory, actually. They put it out on like a 4-pack, and I think they put it out like on a Blu-ray later on. I'm totally gonna look her up. Is it under Amber Lynn? Will it be have that like kind of red, kind of no the blue check thing by it? It's not gonna work, Tanner. Just watch it. So what's her? Do you remember her tag? telephone books. I don't have telephone book yet, but apparently it's a really fun one. Amberlynn Walker? Is that the one? Amberlynn MSU. Okay, there we go. Definitely going to follow her. Oh, wow, she still looks amazing. RNSU. Yeah, she still looks amazing. She's got to be like, she's a bit older now, right? How old is Amberlynn now? I'm curious. I need to know. I need to know these things. I grew up watching like Amberlynn and Ginger Lynn and people like that. All the Lynns that aren't related. 55. Wow. And Lynn is actually really in her name too. She's like a radio. Is it like a podcast type thing? Kind of like, can I podcast it? Like, I don't listen to many radio shows, but I do listen to podcasts a lot. Everybody here knows I'm a huge podcast person. Now, I remember I used to watch night calls. Used to come on Playboy TV. You've only seen Ginger Lynn in the Vice Academy movies. Weldon, how have you not got Trashy Lady yet? And isn't she like in Taboo 4 as well? And is it her that's in Hot and Saucy Pizza Girls? Because if it is, Hot and Saucy Pizza Girls, that's one of the best adult films that they ever put out. Like, hands down, Bob Chin's great in that. The way he's the director, he's great with that. Is she in that one? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to look, actually. Amberlynn is an adult, or she was an adult actress back in the day. There's a whole bunch of Lynns. Amberlynn and Ginger Lynn were the most famous too. They're not related, but they were famous adult actresses that actually made it over to do some mainstream stuff. Amberlynn did like things like, she was actually in Evils of the Night, and not in an adult role, in an actual non-adult role. Oh, it's Desiree that's in Hot and Saucy Pizza Girls. Good one, by the way. And Ginger Lynn would become, well, she was a really big like adult star, but she did like a lot of stuff like Boogie Nights and films like that. She did lots of 52 Pickup. There you go. There's like they did like a lot of that stuff together. Not together, they did a lot of that type stuff. You got me distracted with the Amberlynn and Ginger Lynn stuff. Okay. Thank you for that. I keep going back and I keep looking at the Vinegar Syndrome site, and I keep looking at it in the cold of the night, and I keep looking at Party Line, especially Party Line. I don't want to miss the freaking slipcover on Party Line. And I got a feeling I'm going to miss out on it. I got a feeling it's going to go. Guys, do you think Party Line's going to go? Because I want the Party Line slip. I really do. You think my better half would notice if I snuck a movie? Yes, she would. She's a financial person in the house. Hottest adult actress in the Vinegar Syndrome catalog. I'm a big Ginger Lynn fan, and I do like Desiree Castillo as well. But I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Ginger Lynn. Kay Parker too. I'm a big Kay Parker fan. But there's so many. Like look at that. There's Amberlynn there. There's Mylin. There's Sika. Obviously the very famous Sika. Vanessa Del Rio. Hypatia Lee. So many. Like Lisa Lillo. Yeah, no. If I did that, she'd kill me. Then all of a sudden, like, this channel would go like really radio silent, and you'd be like, yeah, he tried to buy Party Line behind her back. That's what happened, and he's not around anymore. So on that film though, it's only 370, like, and I do like the slip. Does anybody have it? Maybe to the Tigers, yeah. It's get the sardine sauce, whatever. I never watched that Tiger King thing. I just couldn't do it. It's not me. I'm just not. It's not my bag, man. Anybody have a party line? Like can like give me an idea what the slip's like? Well, technically, I would be saving money. That's a good point. No, no, she's not a fan of the adult titles at all, actually. Uh, but that's the thing. Like she likes certain things that she likes and that she watches, and I got certain things that I watch as well. Um, it's okay to like different things, but sometimes when it's you just don't get yourself in hot water type of thing. But no, she's really good with that basically. Like it's not, but I'm not somebody that like is shoving out movies all the time either. For me, it's mostly a lot of times it's for the channel or just ones that I actually collect. Oh yeah, we each got our own thing. Like she's a science geek. She's way smarter than I am actually, um, and way prettier too. But but like yeah, her and a lot of her friends, all her friends. Like she's went to school for marine biology. That's what she has her degree, and she went to university for that. And all her friends, all the friends that I met when I first got to meet her, they're all like scientists. I felt so like kind of awkward at the time when it started out until I just realized that we all got our niche, our own thing that kind of like sets us apart. And then I was like, yeah, I don't feel so awkward anymore. Dad and her friends are awesome people, I gotta say. My friends now too, but I had to get to know them. Thank you, my God, thank you so much. Maybe my better half. Well, let me get it now. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Cold, Cold Night is Nico Mastarakis. See, Nico Mastarakis is just one of those really, really cool. I just love a lot of what he does. Mary, you rock. I do not know what to say. My birthday was actually on March 31st. I'm an Aries. Um, uh, literally, I still have yet to get some of my birthday presents. My L anthem set is stuck in Los Angeles at this point, and some of the other stuff is still. I'm still waiting to come because things happen in the world. Uh, so like my son, his birthday is in June, and he'll be stuck inside too. Zero Buzz, exactly. Zero Buzz is an excellent film. It's got Kelly Maroney in it, and I love Kelly Maroney. She was in, of course, Tonight the Comet as well. Yours is today. Happy birthday, Mary! Everybody say happy birthday to Mary. I won't sing it, Mary, because that would be the opposite of a birthday gift. That would be painful. That would be extremely painful. But happy birthday, Mary! Every so-called cinema, give a happy birthday to Mary. About Journey to Arrows. It's an excellent, excellent, excellent title. Now, Island of the other one he did, okay, bit of a weirder title. You know the one I'm talking about. Also from our video. Awesome Night. Yes, she was. That's actually the same girl. That's Kelly Maroney. Good eye, by the way. It'll be 50 in September. That's what I hit next year. Next year, Horror Cinema, I will be hitting the half a century mark. Hopefully, I don't look, but I'll be 50 next year. So I was actually 49 on my birthday, and I don't mention that too often on here, but I'll go with Tino Brass. I'm a big Tino Brass fan. But yeah, like And Kel Maroney is really, really fun to. Speak to my better half. I'm just out walking now, actually. Caligula, yeah, I think Caligula's the one that killed him. I still say to this day, like Caligula was so high profile, and before that, Tino Brass was kind of working on doing uh, a like some really some. He was doing like a lot of really cool like almost I don't want to say art films, but in an odd way, they're more personal films. Uh, Tino Brass was like I guess on the like kind of pushing on the edge when it came to I guess adult, like not really adult, but kind of softcore feminist style movement. We're basically not, and people I don't want to say feminist. Some people always take that in a negative connotation, but as in like the woman was like definitely in charge of the of her of the sexuality portion of it, and you didn't see like a lot of that then. Like you see like Emmanuel would come later on as well. But Tino Brass was really kind of at the forefront of doing that type of stuff. There's the guys you'd watch were like Tino Brass, Radley Metzger, it was all a bit kind of like the free love style era. And I do want to do a video on that portion of cinema at one time as well. Winter Heat is excellent. It's got Jamie Gillis, and Jamie Gillis is amazing in that one. I'm a huge fan of Jamie Gillis. Was there a discount on Rad? I don't think there's a discount on Rad. Actually, Rad is one of those that it's here, well, it's here, and and once it's gone, that's pretty much it. I don't think that we're ever going to see a discount on Rad. Like 90% of Rad is just sold out right now. So they say, and somebody said like there's like around 1,200 copies of Rad that's left. But come above. Was it Bob Guccione? Okay. Oh, Bob Guccione saw himself as an artist, right? Like, did you ever watch the documentary on Guccione? He was like he really did think of himself as he didn't think of himself as like just a guy that did like adult book. He thought himself he was an artist. He thought himself as a Renaissance man, and he really was trying to make himself trying to bring himself to the forefront with Caligula. So maybe like there's a bit of backlash with that, but I think more than anything else, there was like educate you on Emmanuel. It's just, which one do you want to watch, Emmanuel or the Black Emmanuel series? Because they're two totally different things. Now there's Emmanuel series that was done. Alex Cox, was that Cox? I think so. Anyway, the first Emmanuel film was with Sylvia Crystal. Now Sylvia Crystal started out actually in a Dutch film, and she went on to but it's different. I mean, the Emmanuel series by Sylvia Crystal is basically it is a woman discovering her sensuality or sexuality, and and becoming the master of that, and kind of like just exploring and going on. The Black Emmanuel series done by Lord Gemser. That's basically Lord Gemser actually had a small part in Emmanuel 2 as a masseuse, and they gave her her own kind of like spin-off series. Now the other series, the Lord Gemser run series, that one basically she's a reporter. So there's like different things going on. There's like more action things that go on within the Lord Gemser ones. She goes to find a lost tribe of cannibals in one. She goes to America in another one. She goes into like a prison place. So there's like more stories, more storyline, and kind of more plot line when it comes to the Lord Gemser and Emmanuel ones. But the first three original Emmanuel films are actually extremely well shot and well done, with the Sylvia Crystal kind of like transitioning over to the other girl that will play her, and then many other actors will play Emmanuel throughout the years, of course, including Laura Allen, I think, in the Emmanuel in Space one. Needless to say, I watched all these films. Hey, PlayStation. Well, PlayStation. She came in there. It's Mary's birthday, so say happy birthday to Mary. I got Justine. I got Corruption of Chris Miller. And I got Road Games. So, cool watching tonight. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to watch tonight, actually. But, what's some good serial killer movies based on real killers? I don't watch a lot of the real killer ones. Like I do, but to think of a really good one. I know that oh God, what's his face? Jeremy Renner played Dahmer in a film early on. Now there's a few good ones. Like some of them are actually TV type films. I know that there's a thin line when it comes to the serial killer stuff that'll watch. Sits and X is amazing. That's the Russian serial killer. And what's really incredible about that was Stephen Leah in that one, right? Is and Donald Sutherland too, is basically that like the Russia would not admit that there would be a serial killer in their midst. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer is an incredible film. There's some of the classics, and of course I like the one with Robert Blossom in it, which is the name escaping me right now. Zodiac. It shouldn't escape me, but Robert Blossom film done in the '70s. He's the guy that was in Home Alone. He was the next door neighbor, but he played like Ed Gein. Deranged. Thank you, Will. And that's what I'm thinking of. Did you ever watch To Catch a Killer with Denny? Yes, I like Denny. Brian Denny was an incredible actor. Of course, he Ed Gein, Steve Railsback. The one with Kane Hodder, I wish I would have liked it more, but Hodder, not his fault, but Hodder may not have been the best choice for Ed Gein. Oh, Brian Denny as Gacy, yeah. Brian Denny was the definitive Gacy, in my opinion. He that's like I liked what's his name? Mark Harmon from NCIS playing Ted Bundy. He played Ted Bundy in a TV miniseries. That was really good. I would love to see him in person. That would be a dream for me. That would definitely be like there's people that are gone now like that I wanted to meet. Basically, I wanted to just to see them live in person, to speak to them, and just kind of get like a grasp on what their acting style was too. Anthony Perkins was one. Deliberate Stranger. That's the name of the Ted Bundy one. Man, you're on. Kane Hodder documentary was good. I loved the documentary. I liked the documentary for Kane Hodder, Tom Savini one. Though I think the first cut of Tom Savini was a bit better than the cut that's on Shudder, but it's still the one on Shudder is pretty good. Nathan Lane. Oh man, so many of those people are gone. Like Jerry Orbach's gone. Remember from Law and Order, Jerry Orbach, great actor. Did a lot of stage work too. Unfortunately, he's passed away now too. So many of them that I would like to meet. For those that are new or don't know, back in the day, acting is what I kind of wanted to do, and stage acting was my thing. If movies, didn't want to act in films. Had no like kind of like interest in it at all. I loved films. I just didn't want to act them. Hey there, Jacob. Not your favorite. Who's your favorite Jason? Good question. Who is your favorite Jason, guys? Friday the 13th question right now. Who is your favorite Jason? Everybody gets silent. Come on. Don't pretend you don't watch Friday the 13th films. We know you do. Richard Brooker, good choice. Great choice, actually. So you like Ted White because you like the guy from Part 4, Joe? For me, it's Richard Brooker. Part 6, that's C.J. Graham, so you like C.J. Graham. There's a couple people in Part 5, K-Dog. Um, because you got the guy that's playing Jason, and you got the guy that's playing like playing Roy. In part 7 is Kane. Kane did it from 7 right up to X. Not a big Friday fan. See, I grew up that era, right? Like it's kind of like was kind of my thing. The Burning. The Burning is an excellent film. Came out at the same time as Friday 13th Part 2. One of the guys who played Michael Myers in the first one, Nick Castle. I'm going to guess Nick Castle, since he was like the main guy that played him in the first one. Like a lot of people like went behind under the mask in the first Halloween film, but Nick Castle was kind of the guy that got the walk down, and because he did dance. Like Nick Castle became a director, but he was like he did a lot of dance. Oh, it's and you're not, yes, Nick Castle. Uh, so yes, original. I'm going to say it's Nick Castle. He directed Major Payne, by the way. Which is better, Friday 13th, Halloween, or Elm Street as far as the whole series? My kids would say Elm Street by far and large. They would say Elm Street. I I I love them all of all those franchises, by the way. But I'm just a Friday guy. I can watch a Friday 13th movie like anytime, day or night. Like there's certain things I can watch, like Law and Order too. I can watch like the show Law and Order as well. Thank you, Kobe. You guys rock tonight. Like this, I, I'm going to share that message. So that might help me out. I'm going to like screenshot the message when I go upstairs. Halloween got lost along the way. Well, Halloween's got so many timelines, man. Like you look at like you got like Halloween 1 and 2, and you could stop it right there, right? Or you can go to Halloween 1 and Halloween H2O, or you can go Halloween 1 and Halloween 2 and Halloween 4, 5, and 6, or or, or Halloween 1 and the new Halloween. Elm Street is definitely one of the most visually impressive series I've ever seen. I think that is why I was so disappointed with the new Elm Street series, like film the reboot that they came out with, the remake, because they had such good actors and stuff, and the acting wasn't the problem. Some of the scripting, but the kills were so lackluster at a time when they could have done anything. Like they could have like digital effects were updated, stuff. Even practical effects were updated. They could have done so much, and they literally made him to just like your typical slasher type of character. I'm always for talking franchise stuff. I always remember that stuff. Care more for story and acting over kills. Jason X is your favorite Friday? I actually spoke to Todd Farmer, who wrote Jason X. Um, really nice guy, by the way. He also wrote the remake of My Bloody Valentine. Jerry, you rock. Mary, Kobe, Jerry, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I have to do this here because I'm trying to convince my better half. See if that works. How did you Back to the Future too? I like that comment. Without the mother aspect of it. This has this has been an excellent stream because we've been able to talk about everything. You guys have been awesome. Uh, Thank you so much. Your cats look at the TV and watch. Some of them do. Uh, Scaredy, my cat Scaredy, is the one that does it the most. Like watches, especially if it's a creepy movie. Then he's there, right? And he's like looking. And sometimes I got to turn the sound down because he freaks out a bit. H2O, I liked H2O a bit. I was like one of the I didn't like it as much as most people did. Like a lot of people loved H2O. I was one of the people that was like I was okay with it, and I never believed Michael Myers was dead because I know like Mustafa Akkad, and I knew that he'd never kill Michael Myers. So it was like, oh, look, Michael Myers got his head chopped off, and I'm like, that's not Michael Myers. You like Resurrection more? Actually, thank you. Somebody that likes Resurrection, fist bump. I actually do like Resurrection. Most people don't, but I do. And I think he had so much that he wanted to do with Resurrection, right? But he just didn't do it. He couldn't do it. They wouldn't let him do it. Did I like the Alien franchise? One and two. Not so much on three because Fincher cut off the characters I liked. LL Cool J. Not it was no LL Cool J is in almost gets killed, but he lives. It's Busta Rhymes that gets Michael because it's Busta. H2 or H2 2000 and I mean the recent one, 2019. I think is what you meant to say. The recent one. How can you not like? But people like always complain about Busta Rhymes, but how can you not like Busta Rhymes in that film? Any more recommendations from the Vince himself for newer releases? What are you looking at, K Dog? There's a good question. Are there any ones that you're looking towards? Are there things that keeps coming back and forth on your radar? Because that's the best way to know. And if you got some that are on your radar, and mention them now. And if I've seen them, and if I know what they are, or if or anybody else has seen them, we can definitely help you with it. Severed Arm is going to be a cool release. I waited on Severed Arm, not because I don't want Severed Arm, but there's still like you guys know like Party Line. There's In the Cold of Night. Those are the ones I'm looking towards at right now, aside from the ones that I've already gotten. Dr. Jekyll and Dungeon of Death is going to be fun. It's a so bad it's good type of film. Like know that going in. Like don't expect like a really creepy thing from Dr. Jekyll and the Dungeon of Death. L.A. Wars. L.A. Wars is a fun one. It's a low budget action film. If you like if you like action and lots of nudity, that's what it's going to have. It was I think it was done by was it a Pacific title? Immortalizer K-Dog I don't know a lot about. I was iffy on Immortalizer when I saw it. Did the Predator franchise really need mixed with the Alien franchise? Yes, but in comic books. In my opinion, in comic books is when it worked best. Old Dracula is a bit of a cheesy one. And now it's got some Hammer girls on it. So if like my dad's a huge Hammer fan, right? So if you like Hammer horror, then you're going to get it for that. I love Pumpkinhead. I actually like the second one as well. Some people don't. I've got a friend that will not acknowledge that the second Pumpkinhead exists, by the way. The Soldier actually came out. That's a Ken Wall film, right? Is that Ken Wall? Because if that's Ken Wall, that one came out from Kino. Or am I thinking of another film? 15 titles and one slip. Ken Wall, yeah, that was put out by Kino actually. I think sometime last year, probably around September, October, November. What? I don't. Here's the thing. I don't think anything's like has got to be remade, but I think that there's not a problem with it being remade. I actually like the fact that they remade Candyman, because the thing is like Candyman not going anywhere. It's the new version of it, and I don't know if it's a remake or if it's. We're not quite sure if it's a remake yet. Is it a remake? Is it a sequel? Is it something of another type of beast? There's the thing. You like so? I would like to see Soka Cup 1 again because I haven't seen it in such a long time. Back in the day, I didn't like it very much, but then again, I'd only seen it once, and it was back when I was in like college. Piece of pumpkin too. Riccioni's release, yeah. Is Tony Todd? Yes, I heard that he does have a part in the new Candyman. But do you know what time it is, guys? It's that time. Because unfortunately, I have to work tomorrow, and my voice is going a bit. And I want to oogle the sale a tiny bit more before it ends, which I kind of want to do with you guys too. One of these days, that's what we're going to do. One of these days, when there's another sale on, what we're going to do, and I want to do this, is that we'll do one where I can do a video where we can look kind of together, which could be fun during a sale. We'll look together. I'll actually set it up so that we can actually kind of look at the screen and kind of do it together. Sound like fun? All right, my name is Aaron. This is the Movie Library. You guys are the call to cinema, and you guys rock. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it, and did not expect it. Mary, have a fantastic birthday. Guys, have a great evening there, and I will see you next time right here in the Movie Library. Have a great night, guys. It's time for tea.